Hey guys, what's going on? So we got some exciting things to talk about regarding the update. This kind of just came out of nowhere. I wasn't really expecting this, so I'm a little bit unprepared, but there are some really nice things with this update. Starting with, up there, you see we already have 12 Getherwings. That's amazing. They increased the limit you can hold at once. We currently have an event going on where they recover at twice the speed. So basically we'll fill up at the same rate as when we had 6, but we'll have 12 now, so that's cool. Also, when you're buying Getherwings with Wormite, we get 12 now. When we're grabbing our daily bonus, which I have only 3 days left, we'll get 12 Getherwings instead of 6. And finally, something I'm a little bit sad about is that we'll also be getting 12 when we level up. And you know, I'm already level 92. Leveling up is very slow for me now. But for those lower levels, awesome, you get a ton more Getherwings. They did, however, release a notice a little while ago that said we will be getting compensated because of this change. I'm not sure if this will be specific or if everyone will get a specific amount just because of this change. They say we'll be distributing blessed Ethon ashes as a gift to players, compensating the difference of Getherwings recovered prior to this update in the following cases: leveling up, using Wormite. So I don't think I've ever done this, the Wormite or Diamantium exchange, but the 30-day pack, I've almost gone through an entire 30-day pack already. And of course, 92 levels up worth of Getherwings. So I'm not sure if they're actually going to give me 92 blessed Ethon ashes as well as another 27 from the 30-day pack, but hey, we'll see. I definitely wouldn't complain. We also did get a 10x summon voucher, just for updating to the latest version. Obviously gonna save that for the next thing because I've gotten Ellis Sand here. So once this Getherwing event ends, it's also gonna be cool because that means we can be sort of AFK for 12 hours without sort of wasting natural recovery rate of Getherwings. And that's pretty much impossible for anyone who sleeps a normal amount. Stamina still recovers slowly enough so that it's not usually filled up when I wake up anyway. Okay, so besides Getherwings, there was also another thing that I really wanted to talk about, which is amazing and excellent and awesome, and I'm so happy they did this. The changes to auto battle. So they've made this game with one little change so much more auto-friendly, which is great for grinding, because when you constantly have to monitor everything, it does get exhausting after a while. So we're gonna see exactly what they did. This is something I don't think was actually mentioned in the patch notes. They did mention that your auto option will be saved so that when you just hit repeat, it'll still be on auto and you don't have to re-tap auto. But I don't think what they mentioned is what you'll see here in a second as soon as we kill all these slimes here, you know. So we're not doing anything right now. Here it comes, here it comes. Look at her! She's going over to the treasure boxes and she's grabbing them. That's so freaking amazing. The treasure boxes are super important, especially in the Avenue of Fortune, because you get about 1,000 rupees there. And when you're only getting like, you know, 7,000 from a run, 1,000 is a lot. So you do still have to go through the general procedure of repeating, but after you hit this confirm button, you're done until you're back at the screen. There's no hitting the auto button again. There's no going to grab the treasure boxes. It's amazing, excellent change. It's a small change, but it means a lot to the ones that have to just grind certain stages over and over, like I am with Avenue of Fortune, trying to get that 900,000 rupees for the elemental 5-star weapon. I still need another of those twinkling sands to be able to actually get it, but we'll probably be getting one of those in the next event coming, I think tomorrow. So, hey, could be very soon getting our first 5-star elemental weapon. Looking forward to that. Look at her go. Oh, it's so awesome. It's so awesome. All right, so yeah, I think those are the two main things that came with this patch, but there are a lot of little things to talk about as well, which I'll try and go in depth on. So for some of the stuff, I'm just gonna read off the patch note because it's self-explanatory. As far as raid battles are concerned, AI will be more offensive, which is great. I'm pretty sure that this only does apply to like the 16 adventurer content, so like this upcoming event we'll have. You don't need to host anymore to unlock the extra battle. You can also just be a guest and unlock the extra battle from expert. There's also been a bit of a gameplay mechanic change with dash attacks, and if you weren't aware, dash attacks happen at the end of a full combo for all weapon users. So Ezalith's dagger in this case is her backflip there, so you can start moving again more quickly. That might be easier to see on Mikoto because he has a pretty long animation after So you just have like better mobility when it comes to dash attacks. They have also optimized the optimize button, meaning adventurers will have priority on getting the elemental attuned bonus of stuff. So if you're gonna select fire, for example, and hit confirm, then yeah, you see we get fire characters with fire weapons, fire dragons, etc. Another cool thing is it'll keep your camera distance. So if you're zoomed in or zoomed out, it'll maintain that through different pieces of content. As it didn't before, you'd always have to readjust your camera if you wanted it more zoomed in or zoomed out, and that should stay like the auto stays now. So another cool little adjustment. Look at her going for the treasure boxes all on her own. That's so amazing. Another thing that's been optimized is when you're hitting auto on upgrade materials, they're going to try and get as best as possible. You see we have no overage here. So they chose the exactly correct. I thought it was pretty good beforehand. You know, there was never that much overage, but now having 0 overage, which is probably still impossible in some cases, but they made sure it's as good as possible. When you're gonna tap and hold on the castle icon, you'll go directly to your like building station. So that's a nice little shortcut there, preventing you from having another sort of loading screen or transition. So it's nice because most of the time you're going to the castle, you do want to come here anyway. I've started raising all these little sort of Imperial Onslaught facilities because I've been running the fire one so much, and I have a ton of those extra medallion things, like 923, so it's like, why not? Next time I get one of these characters that use a wand or a staff or a sword or one that I don't use yet, I'll be prepared and have already a pretty nice 10% increase or whatever. And considering we do need Halidome level, I think 550 or facility level 550 for the next Halidome level, that's good. No rush for that though, since it just unlocks more space down here, and that's something I don't really need. Since our Smithy is max level, don't need to raise that. But in a future update, perhaps Smithy can go higher, and for that you would obviously need a higher Halidome, as it typically is. By the way, if you're curious what happens when you get a dragon to level 30 bond level, we're gonna check that out real quick, since she is exactly 1,000 away. Excuse me? What the hell is this? And where are... what? Where are my lucky clovers? Why do I just have a bunch of bread? All right, we're gonna swap to a different dragon. I hope my lucky clovers are in there somewhere, and I just have to maybe give the bread first for some reason. I can't give the bread, it seems. All right, this may just be a bug. Never mind. You do not get to see what happens. Well, I'll just tell you. The gift for level 30 is one of these sunlight ores, and when you get 10 of those, you can craft a bigger sunlight ore, don't know what it's called, and use that to unbind a 5-star dragon. So that's pretty cool. Oh, they actually do mention this, that they'll move towards the treasure boxes. I guess that, yeah, I thought it wasn't there because of the fact it wasn't actually at the auto function bit, but yeah, it's there. But still, it's worth mentioning again anyway. And also, required might is a condition to take part in raid events, which will be applying to this very next one, kindness and captivity. That's great because the very first raid event, Loyalty's Requiem, kind of was a nightmare because I kept getting guys with like 3,000 total team might, and they were pretty useless, no offense. But I mean, when you're going into expert mode, that requires like, I don't know, what was it, 27,000 and you have 3,000? You know, it's not even close to 25%. They also have fixed a lot of issues, which we can go over just right here in the patch note, because I don't think a lot of those things I can really show in game anymore, obviously, since they've been fixed. But this is one that was kind of frustrating, where the tap facilities would sometimes become immediately deselected. I think this had to do with like the position you were tapping it, but regardless, that's gone, so you don't need to worry about that anymore. It's great. Tapping and holding the castle icon would crash the game. Ah yeah, that was another thing, the helper stats not being correctly reflected, because every time I checked like one of those level 80 friends, and I was like, oh, I'm trying to get the best one because it's a hard quest, they would always show like 200 strength. I'm like, what the hell is this? Did they just level them up and like give them nothing? But okay, it was just incorrect. Never faced an impossible mana circle before, but anyone that did, that's now fixed. A bug in the mana circle which caused the game to crash. Helper settings menu not showing the skill level. Again, something I never experienced because I don't fight Zodiark at all. But he would stop moving if a guest gave up sometimes. Some of these in the middle here I'm kind of skipping because they don't seem super important, or they're kind of a non-issue now. I guess all of these are now a non-issue, but I think some are good to note that they're not a problem anymore. And one of those important ones being a graphic setting. If you had good or sharp, it was making force strikes difficult to perform. So if you went to the lowest graphical settings to make force strikes easier and you knew about this, then you can put it back up to good or sharp since it should be easier again. And I'm not sure what this bug means. It says the facility level was not taking the smithy level into account when trying to level the smithy. So nothing seemed off about that. I always had to get my halidome up to the next level, which I always had to get my facility level up to do that. So I didn't notice anything weird there, but apparently that's good again. Also another high mid guard stormers bug where the storm chaser is dealing more hits than it should. I know the opening attack has storm in it, but I'm not sure if it's actually called storm chaser. That might be a different attack. Also, I'm not sure why I have 16.3 thousand might. I'm not sure if everyone has just been sort of buffed because of some other thing, because I don't remember my Karina having 3800. It was more like 3500. So I'm not sure if like some of these values have been changed in either skills or how HP and strength and such is determined, but I don't remember any sort of just like random buff happening to anyone, so it's kind of weird. Regardless, we're gonna go in here into high mid guard and see what that's about. Does the area just look okay? That's Calamitote. This attack doesn't even have a name, so I don't know, guess we can't see what that is. I was trying some co-op the other day, by the way, and we made it to like the four purple of these targeting quests, so maybe it was something around there. Oh no, we actually made it to that big golem in the middle, but we couldn't kill the golem because we didn't have enough DPS, I guess. I think someone had died at that point, and then the golem killed us all. I'm waiting till I have my elemental weapon to try that again anyway. But yeah, I guess that'll pretty much do it for the little update overview. Some really nice quality of life changes in there. Super happy about the chest grabbing stuff, and the fact we can hold 12 Getherwings now. That's really cool as well. I was kind of wondering how they're gonna do that visually. I kind of want to use some Getherwings to see if like we can just see like the blue ones behind that. Let's do some more Imperial Onslaught. Might be kind of hard to find a room actually using Getherwings with all these Getherwing buffs. Rest and rip. Search again. All right, well then let's try Avenue 2 Fortune? I thought it was of Fortune. Whatever, Avenue 2 Fortune. But actually with these auto buffs, who's gonna do co-op anymore? Like I've seen people do co-op just so they can stand at the beginning and have everyone else get the treasure boxes and go through the stage for them. Now with Avenue to Fortune being so easily solo formable, who's gonna wanna do co-op? Dragon Trials then? Surely, me using 3 wings instead of 20 stamina, you know, that'll work, right? Oh geez. There should be a way to use Getherwings in another way. Okay, I just have to say that. Either they should just get rid of Getherwings. I mean, it's nice, but when you can't find a co-op room for anywhere, they're just kind of going to waste then, aren't they? Or they should make guilds or something. It's kind of dumb to have to go to an outside app like Discord to find a room. Flame Howl Ruins, I know that's also kind of soloable, but who knows? Oh, we found a match. All right. Boom! For a tank, Karina can actually do a lot of damage with her skills. Ah yes, indeed. They are just blue now. I was kind of thinking they're just going to make them really small and have like 12 little Getherwings there, but that's actually cool as well. Alright, but yeah, I guess that'll pretty much do it for today and the update. Looking forward to jumping into Kindness and Captivity tomorrow and checking out that event. Cool. But that'll do it for now. Make sure to tell me what you think in the comments down below, leaving a like if you do enjoy these guys. Thanks as always for watching, and until next time.